Hello and welcome to today's Delta Credit Tip. So today we're continuing our series on the COVID-19 and your credit. And today we're specifically talking about mortgage options. So stay tuned. If you've got a mortgage and you're out of work and things are getting kind of tight, we're going to give you some options right here on today's Delta Credit Tip. Hello and welcome back to today's Delta Credit Tip. I'm Michael Holmes of Delta Credit Restoration, bringing you yet more information to help you in your credit restoration process, or maybe in this case, your credit restoration prevention process. And today we're talking about the COVID-19 and your credit, more specifically, renters and mortgage payers, okay? Hopefully this information is helpful. If so, give us that thumbs up, but more importantly, you've got to subscribe and hit that notification. We're coming out with more information throughout this week. We've already talked about student loan help and the other programs that are available, so tune into those videos. We got more coming out to talk about small businesses and SBA. We're going to be talking about individual credit card companies, individual mortgage lenders, different banks and different options. So stay tuned throughout the week or two as we bring out more information, and as we get this information, we'll disseminate it out to you. And again, hopefully it's helpful, so give us that thumbs up and move forward, okay? So let's talk about mortgages and rent. So as we're going through this process of this COVID-19 and getting everybody cured, most people are going to be out of work, and it's going to challenge your ability to pay the rent or to pay your mortgage. So President Trump, and along with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and HUD, they've all agreed to a 60-day moratorium on foreclosures. And I must say, the whole thing is fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. The people at Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, they're wonderful people. It's just fantastic. So whether you're about to go into foreclosure or whether you're currently in a foreclosure process, they have halted that process. Also, if you are a renter of someone that has a HUD home, evictions have also been halted for the next 60 days. Now, if you rent from a home that's 100% owned by the owner, this is not an option for you. This is only for people who have rent payments on a mortgage that exists with HUD. So what we have found, though, is that 60 days is probably not going to be enough, because we're probably going to still be in this crisis for another 60 days. And if not, I mean, most people are going to be out of work for at least 2 weeks to a 30-day period. So you're going to have not only your mortgage or rent due, you got the utilities due, you got the car note due, you got your car insurance due, you got all this stuff due, and only a small amount of money because you just haven't accumulated it. So eventually what's going to happen is you're going to have to approach, for you owners out there, you're going to have to approach your lending company. And we've called a few. Right? We've called Chase, we've called Wells Fargo, we've called others, and to be totally honest with you, they're not yet quite prepared to deal with the influx of non-payment. They haven't quite created an option other than their typical hardship options for their mortgage payers. And what does that basically look like? Well, typically it's a forbearance, right? Just like they do with student loans, they prevent you from having to pay typically for 90 days, right? Well, the problem with that approach, unlike student loans, is that at the end of the 90 days, you still owe that money. It is not a loan payment forgiveness program. It's a loan payment forbearance program. And what's going to happen at the end of that 90 days is one of two things. They're either going to request that money that's owed be paid in a lump sum, which the likelihood of you being able to accumulate that money isn't exactly realistic, potentially. Or they will modify your payment at a higher payment until you're paid off. Otherwise, the only other option that you have is facing foreclosure or selling the property. And in this market right now where things are really slowing down because of the thinning cash flow that everybody has, selling a house to someone other than an investor may be a little bit difficult. Okay, so what you need to do is make that phone call today. And you need to call your mortgage lender today. And do it early in the day because the hold times are unbearably long. And you need to start asking them what options they're offering their mortgage payers. And you want to know, how do you exit the help that they're giving you? I'm in the state of Florida. We've gone through this several times because every 3 years or so we get hurricanes and FEMA comes on in and SBA comes on in and all these government programs come in. And in the end, when that help ends and it comes time to pay the piper, it's usually such a large bill that we end up going through the foreclosure process anyway. So you want to start asking those questions now. You want to start asking those back-end questions now so that you are clearly, understand what's expected of you and what you can expect from them through this process. Okay? If you are a renter, call your landlord. Start having this dialogue with them. Let them understand that there are government programs to not only help you, but to help them as well. And they may be more willing to work with you. Okay? But you got to go in there educated. So definitely do your research. Hopefully this video has helped you. If so, again, give us that thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell. Most importantly, share it because there's a lot of people that need this information today. And hopefully this will help you and them make a choice to make a change. Delta.